Humm, baby.
Enjoy this great game.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Humm Baby Baseball channel, and we're almost at opening day. We got Travis from SF Bay Area Sports Talk to get into this team. We're going to do a team preview right here. What's been going on? How you been doing?
Oh man, Eric, I've been doing really good. It's been a great offseason for the San Francisco Giants. You know, I think they made some great additions, and we're going to get into it. And this is looking exciting, and the young players, another year of development. And you know, I couldn't be more excited for San Francisco Giants baseball. And Bob Melvin, welcome in, new manager. And, you know, for him, obviously growing up in the Bay Area, you know, living out a dream to manage for the Giants now, you know, it's exciting. Really exciting to get to watch that story play out. Look, they look very hungry, and it's exciting, and it's great to be here. Great to be back here on the Humm Baby Baseball channel. Shout out you, Eric, and shout out to your entire community. I mean, just absolutely amazing, and I mean, everyone, it's just incredible, you know. And it's another year of San Francisco Giants baseball. Thank you for having me on here. Excited to be here.
Yeah, no problem. And obviously the off season, like you said, we signed a bunch of guys. I mean, obviously didn't get some of the top guys like the Ohtani, didn't get you know, Yamamoto or whatever, but Jung-Hoo Lee, who's looking awesome in spring training. Jorge Soler, big power there. Obviously, recently picked up Matt Chapman. But he's going to be playing elite defense there at third base and bringing some power. Nick Ahmed's having a great spring, so he might make the team as our shortstop. We got Tom Murphy, backup catcher. Jordan Hicks in the rotation. Obviously, Robbie Ray, former Cy Young Award winner. Ethan Small. Just a lot of nice little signings to really round out this team. But what are your thoughts here on the offseason?
Yeah, you know, I'm with you. Let's get into the great signings. Jung-Hoo Lee, you know, this guy, he is incredible in terms of contact, his bat to ball skill ability to make contact, hit line drives, and he's having an excellent spring training. So to get to see what he's doing out there and his athleticism, you know, we need that kind of defense and that kind of speed in the outfield. And I think Giants fans and all of us are going to have a lot of fun to watch Jung-Hoo Lee out there in center field. And then you got Jorge Soler, his power. You know, the Giants haven't had, I believe, 30-plus home run hitter since Barry Bonds. So to get Jorge Soler, great addition. And then Matt Chapman, I mean, what a great addition. You know, for him, I mean, a guy in terms of character and what he can do both with the glove and the bat, just an all-around, I mean, you know, a true all-around baseball player. Matt Chapman, he is a pro out there, had his first home run in spring training today. It's getting close now, 12 days. So the final countdown is on.
But, yeah, I mean, get into the lineup a little more. I mean, offensively, when you got Jung-Hoo Lee leading off, got Jorge Soler, I mean, big power there. Yeah, I think he did hit 36, but he's had a year where he hit almost 51. You're like 48. Porto's got power. Chapman's got power. Hopefully, Yaz has kind of a bounce back year because he hasn't been quite as good. But Patrick Bailey's the real deal. Lamont Wade can get on base. Tyro Estrada's legit. So, I mean, and Nick Ahmed's been tearing it up this spring. So, I mean, I don't really see, I mean, on paper, we don't have Mookie Betts, Shohei Ohtani, Freddie Freeman, Will Smith, all these huge superstars, but it's a pretty well-rounded lineup. And then, you know, we didn't even talk about Wilmer Flores. Wilmer Flores was our best hitter last year, and according to this, they don't even have him in the starting lineup. So that's how much improvements the Giants have made.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I'm with you there. This lineup, yeah, you're talking about, I mean, a threat 1 through 9. And for the Giants, I mean, to have, you know, I think this lineup is going to score a lot of runs. And yeah, like you said, going through this lineup, you know, Wilmer Flores, our best hitter. You know, you talk about, he just continues to get better, and He's just incredible out there, just a pro. And it's great to the Giants gave him a 2-year extension, and it's well earned, well deserved for Wilmer Flores. One of my favorite Giants out there, for what he's been able to do and coming up clutch in the big game moments. And then Yaz, hopefully he has a bounce back year. He I think was coming into spring training feeling pretty good. So we'll see if that can translate over. But he'll be someone to watch closely to see what kind of start he gets off to. And then, Lamont Wade Jr., I mean, he is just incredible what he does out there, and how clutch he is. And he can work counts, and love watching him out there. And Patrick Bailey, I mean, how exciting. I mean, the kind of rookie year he had, arguably you can say that defensively he had a better rookie year than Buster Posey in terms of, his his defense, and when you look at his catch frame rate, and you break down the numbers, so he did an excellent job, framing pitches, and what he did with the bat was impressive, to hit for average, hit for power, and I think he's just going to get better. So look, I'm excited I think this lineup will score. It's going to be fun to watch.
And I have to jump in here to make a quick edit for this video, as shortly after Travis and I recorded that, the Giants signed Blake Snell. So we're about to talk about the rotation, but I have to go ahead and make a quick edit here because obviously this changes everything. Blake Snell is the reigning Cy Young Award winner. You throw another lefty into that rotation alongside Kyle Harrison, and now this rotation makes me feel a lot better as opposed to how I felt when we first recorded this, because now with Logan Webb, Blake Snell, Kyle Harrison, at least there's 3 very solid, reliable starters. Now, Jordan Hicks, we'll see how that conversion goes. Obviously, Alex Cobb is going to be back soon, and obviously Robbie Ray at some point will be back. But for now, at least there's 3 solid arms right there, guaranteed good, solid starters. And then Jordan Hicks, Keaton Wynn can hold it down as far as this graphic goes, but we have several other options as well. So just that one difference maker by signing Blake Snell, I am miles more confident in this rotation, and I feel really good about this team after that final free agent signing. Back to the video. If that works out, that'll be solid to have that 1-2-3 punch. Webb, Harrison, Hicks. Right now, the back two is kind of questionable. Keaton Wynn got some injuries. Beck got hurt. Mason Black is listed right now. He's not doing great in spring training, but also there's some spring training invitees like Spencer Howard. So, it's not as deep as I'd like it, but with that offense, this rotation, do you think it'll be strong enough to hold it down? Yeah,
that's a tough question there, because when you really dive deep into it, it's like you really only have at the top of the rotation, Webb and Harrison, and even then, if you're relying on Harrison, he's a young guy, so it starts to get, and then Jordan Hicks, he's another guy that how's the conversion going to?
Robbie Ray will be here, but not until July or August or something.
So you really have a lot of question marks. So I can definitely see. There is concern in the starting rotation, and so to say, do I think it will stand up? In terms of how I think that these guys will end up contributing, and I do think I feel like we went through it last year. Obviously that's why we had so many bullpen games. And obviously that ended up wearing us out. I think, wearing out the bullpen towards the end of the year, kind of somewhat. But so I think that this year in the rotation, I feel like I think it will do better than last year. So will I say that I think it will hold up? I think it will hold up in terms of, I think with how the offense will play, I think that even if they give up 3-4 runs and go 6 innings or have a start like that, we can still get a lot of wins because of our offense. They scoring 5 runs or more in those games.
the bullpen is going to play a big part of it too. With that rotation, we're going to have a strong pen. Tyler Rogers are back. Camilo Doval, dude, is just lights out. I think he's going to have a huge year this year. I think he's going to become one of the bigger closers in the game. Luke Jackson, obviously, good experience there and solid relief pitcher. Ryan Walker hasn't looked too great so far in spring, but I think he's going to be all right. And then a few other options here. Juan Sanchez, Spencer Howard, Dalton Jeffries. There's other guys, too, in spring training right here, like Ethan Small, have a good chance to make this team. So, overall, I mean, I think, it's decent enough. So, what are your thoughts on the pen?
Yeah, I think it will be able to hold up pretty solid out there. I think, obviously Camilo Doval, I mean, just absolutely amazing. And I'm with you. I think he's going to have another just huge year. And I mean, to see what he did last year and making the All-Star team and, having, I believe, 40 plus saves it was just incredible. And then, of course, you got the Roger twins and, they got that veteran experience. They have that confidence out there. And so those are clutch guys that you want when the game is on the line. And then, as we go through, you got Luke Jackson, obviously. He's one of those guys that, when he's on top of his game, he can be a huge asset in the bullpen. But but
there's some good. There's other guys. Landon Roop is another guy who's having a really good spring training. We have some young guys invited to spring training, can really help fortify the bullpen, and it just depends. We'll see how well they do. What
was the name you said? The young guys that had an invite to spring training for the
Landon
bullpen?
Roop. Yeah, he's just a young guy. I don't know if he's going to make the team out of spring training. Right here, this guy's been pitching really well.
Okay.
Yeah. The Giants draft pick. So we'll see if he makes a team. If not, I think we'll see him at some point this year. He can start too, but definitely could go into that rotation or bullpen, depending on how they want to play. But I mean, it's a looking decent overall as a team, but like you're saying, obviously it's going to be tough. There's a lot of competition. The Diamondbacks defending National League champions. Dodgers are completely stacked up. Padres not as good, lost some of their guys, but still got Xander Bogaerts, still got Manny Machado, still got Kim. They still got Yu Darvish and Joe Musgrove and some good, a good overall roster. So it's going to be a battle this year. The only team I'm not too worried about is the Rockies because I don't think their pitching is gonna hold it. But
their pitching just never holds it, huh?
Rockies pitching just. It's terrible, to be honest. They got a good lineup, but
that is true. They always have good hitters.
I don't want to underestimate anyone, though. I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
But I don't want to end up in fourth place again. I think the Giants, ideally, were fighting for first place, like in 2021. I think potentially, I'll say the same thing I said that year. Like, if everything goes right, if everyone steps up, and stays relatively healthy, have some good big year from Matt Chapman, he stays healthy. Big year from Patrick Bailey. Jung-Hoo Lee comes over and tears it up. And Webb, Harrison, Hicks hold that rotation. And the other two spots just kind of get by. The team could win close to 100 games and could definitely compete for a West championship if everything goes right.
Yeah, I agree with you. When the way you break it down, when I think about, this team, like you said, if these guys step up and, I like how you bring back 2021 because, again, going into that year, if you would have said to people that the Giants would win the division, not the Dodgers, they would have said you were crazy. And so that year, everything went right. Everyone had career years, even a lot of our veteran guys. And so when you look at this team and if like Matt Chapman stays healthy, Jung-Ho Lee, he's such a fun player to watch. What he can do, hitting for a high average, and he can really set the table at the top of the lineup. And then you got all of our young hit players. Matos, he put on some good muscle in the offseason. Marco Luciano, we'll see if he can step it up. And yeah, I think this team can compete with the Dodgers. I think it can be a close division race. I think that we can keep it, say, within 3 to 5 games maybe, and potentially get a hot streak in September, and maybe even win the division. So this is entirely possible with this team, and I would definitely say they can potentially win it. But at the very least, they are going to be a wild card. I think they can make the playoffs, but potentially compete and win the division.
Yeah, because last year they were fighting for a wild card spot until everything fell apart. And I think with Bob Melvin this year, I don't see that happening. I don't think it's going to be a complete meltdown like it was last year. I think this team's going to hold it together and at least fight for a wild card until the very last day of the year. Or if we don't clinch before then, I think it's going to be I don't think it's going to be another meltdown. Let's say I hope not.
Yeah, you're right. It's just unfortunate that last year, that happened, because it was just tough to watch, when you're in it like that, and to melt down, in the most important games, when you gotta win them to keep your season alive. And, you really it just seemed, they weren't, bringing the energy, putting, what you wanted to see down the stretch. And so, I think that, with this year with Bob Melvin, I think that if they have their backs against the wall in August or September, I think that, you can see that this team will get through and find a way to, win big games and make it to the playoffs. So we'll see. It's going to be fun to watch. I'm excited to see how it just feels really, you got a good feeling going into this year. And you hope that obviously when we won 3 World Series in 5 years, prior to, obviously our homegrown talent, we drafted really well when, we had Tim Lincecum, Matt Cain, Pablo Sandoval. And speaking of the Panda, man, it's been so fun to see him back. And I haven't been keeping up with spring training, how much he's played. Obviously, I know he's competing for a roster spot potentially. Whether he'll get it, but I know that he's really been working hard. So it's been fun to see him back, and really excited for him, and really hope he makes the team.
I totally agree. So Pablo's not looking that great, but definitely fun to see him back in a Giants uniform, and I'm hoping he stays and goes to AAA or something, but we'll see about that. But looking good, looking like a team that's definitely going to be in the mix for second place, third place, and hopefully first place. It's going to be a fun season. But appreciate you coming in here, talking Giants, giving your thoughts on that. Everyone make sure go subscribe, SF Bay Area Sports Talk, because we're going to be doing post-game shows this year, some collabs. Sometimes it'll be just me. Sometimes jump over there and check out Travis over there doing the post-games as well. So thank you guys so much. Appreciate you jumping on.
Thank you so much, everyone. And thank you, Eric, so much for having me on. The Humm Baby Baseball channel, is just so awesome to be here and be a part of the Humm Baby Baseball community. Just absolutely incredible, and really excited for Giants baseball. This is there's nothing like it. This feeling that the opening day is going to be here. It feels like a long offseason.
Good in the times and bad times. There's nothing like it.
There's nothing like going through 162 games through the good and the bad. I mean, to wake up and to have a game on, or to be in mid-season form, there's nothing better. So we love our baseball, and what was it? I forgot the player that was complaining about the season being too long. Was it Anthony Rendon? Man, that's
Rendon.
I can't believe he's trying to take our fun from us. That guy is saying
no, he don't like baseball.
That's just awful. That's awful.
I don't think.
But
he's not gonna make it, man. He's not gonna make it because You gotta love baseball to keep playing into your 30s, and and because that's when you gotta love the game to play through all the injuries and everything. So I don't see his career going much longer. Hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button. Thank you again, and we'll talk to y'all next time.